Is it rain or wind?
I think that's rain, Jamie.
It's raining! Oh my God. It's about time.
Henderson and northern parts of Greenville and Pickens County here. Nothing severe at this point, but we still have 50-mile-per-hour winds with this. So this could knock down some weaker limbs, blow around some unsecured items. This is right now where we're seeing some of the heaviest thunderstorms, producing some possibly 50-mile-per-hour winds, as well as clouds around lightning possible with that, and some of those heavier downpours. So moving into Jeter Mountain here in just the next 3 minutes, moving into Tigerville right around 9:30, Highland at about 9:35, Paris Mountain at about 9:50 there, and moving out towards GSP as we get closer to about 10 o'clock this morning, as this line continues to move out to the east at about 40 miles per hour. The southern part of
Today is Thursday, April 3rd, hopefully giving what I hope will be my last ever wildfire update report. We've got pretty much all good news at this point on the Table Rock Complex fire. They gave the operations report this morning from the Southern Area Blue Team from Table Rock Fire Command Center, saying that it's basically their last operations report, which is really good news, and that Table Rock Fire's 91% containment, Persimmon Ridge 99%. So they pretty much have those perimeters completely secured and contained. And the rain that we've had 3 days now of rain, which has been a godsend. We had rain Sunday. We had even heavier rain and storms Monday. So we knew by Tuesday and Wednesday that they pretty much had them under control. And then we even had more rain yesterday and last night, with a lot of heavy rain up there near Table Rock in North Carolina. So that's been just great news. And they even had said Tuesday they had changed the mandatory evacuation to voluntary for our area. So we knew that was already good news and a sign of progress. And now they've lifted all evacuations completely. So a lot of good news all around. They're still going to continue checking hot spots and taking down what they call snags that could be potential danger. They said mostly what they're going to work on today is they're going to go back to a lot of the fire breaks and dozer lines and try to repair as much as they can, you know, the damage that was done by these dozers and machines. So they're going to do erosion control, maybe spread seeds down, and just see if they can help kind of repair the damage done by those fire break lines. So I was happy to hear about that. I didn't even know they did that, so that was really nice to hear. And you know, just been thinking today what it was like exactly 1 week ago. So it's just weird to, you know, everyone's so relieved now. My stress level has been pretty much gone the last few days, thank goodness. Still having a lot of weird dreams. I'm still processing, I think, everything that happened last week, because I'd never been through something like that. But it's weird to think exactly a week ago, last Thursday, that we were up at our property watching that northeastern fire line from the reservoir just slowly creep towards us. It was smoky and hazy, super quiet and eerie up there. And we had tried to go up there. We had a friend up above us in Bald Rock community who had eyes on everything. He had gone up there to check on his cabin, turn all the sprinklers on. We went up for just a short time to try to do the same thing, try to water and hose everything down. our cabin and the little pine forest right beside it. Hindsight, it was probably, you know, a moot point because everything was bone dry within 2 hours, but we were just trying to do what we could at the time. We really thought that fire line might keep coming, even though it was probably still about 1.5 miles, maybe even 2 miles away from us. We just didn't know what their plan was. They had been vague about it. They weren't gonna put firemen down there because there was no escape route. They said they were gonna do airdrops, but when we were up there were no airdrops. There was no air support whatsoever on that fire line. And probably what had happened that day was everything had gotten redirected to higher priority areas, the North Carolina border where the fire had spread up there, and the Persimmon Ridge Fire that was still threatening some of the Oil Camp Creek community. I think that's where the air support had gone. So we just didn't know, and I was real worried. I have friends, old co-workers that live in between where we are and where that fire line was, down near the Sky Ranch Road area, Matthews Creek Lane, on the other side of Asbury Hills Camp. And of course they were super stressed out and devastated as well. And that evening, we saw on Facebook, someone posted the video of the VLAT, very large air tanker, dropping the fire retardant on that exact area and that fire line. And that was the first time we had hope. Okay, this fire line's not going to keep coming. So that was pretty incredible, seeing that giant aircraft fly in low right there and drop all of that fire retardant like they did. That was just unbelievable to see. So all that to say, we've come a long way in 1 week, and I think back on that day, how we more or less left kind of wondering if we'd see our cabin and our land again. We sort of said goodbye in a way, which was very heartbreaking, but we made it out. We did, you know, we did fine because of what these fire crews did, and it's just amazing. We're eternally grateful, thankful for what they did. Those those fire crews saved so many houses and held those lines. They held the line at Gear Highway up behind us, where the Persimmon Ridge Fire was threatening to come down and cross the highway and go up towards Caesar's Head. They held that. It's amazing what they did, and we can never thank them enough. And, you know, I think I will always have in the back of my mind how vulnerable now the South Carolina mountains, western North Carolina mountains are, from the threat of wildfire, especially post Helene. You know, Hurricane Helene just dropping unprecedented trees and downfall and debris, all that fuel on the ground is just something that's always going to be in the back of my mind now. And I'm hoping that going forward, the emergency crews, Forestry Commission, you know, we've got to be prepared for this ongoing, unfortunately. So that's going to be in the back of my mind for sure. And ironically, last week was exactly 6 months since Helene. So I'm glad it's over. I'm amazed that no structures or houses were lost. No one was injured, even with what has now become the largest upstate South Carolina wildfire on record. 15,000 acres total. Table Rock ended up at a little over 13,000. Persimmon Ridge ended up over 2,000. And thankful for these days of rain. So I guess I'm going to sign off now and maybe try to get to Persimmon Ridge at some point when they reopen it. I'd like to go see Ashmore, see what it looks like, do some before and after, which will probably be heartbreaking. I was just there a few weeks ago and it was beautiful, and I'm just curious to see how bad it got burned. So I'd like to kind of get some video of that at some point when it reopens. But I'm glad this is behind us and that we made it through.